Well, I'm joined by the real estate titan and also the man behind the smart city, Mr. KP Singh. So, firstly, congratulations and very happy birthday. So, my first question to you is, of course, you're the man behind the smart city, DLF, Gurgaon. And so, what do you think as India urbanizes? What is the role of these public sector developers, real estate developers, in achieving, sustainable cities? And what is your opinion on the smart city mission by the government? Do you think it's progressing or it's failing? How important it is to have more and more sustainable cities?
Firstly, uh, 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 we were not called in DLF, we are a smart city. No, that is a concept is smart city. I don't know how much is progress in the country. Issue is you have to plan it properly and with all the services required of a smart organization. And because of the earlier restrictions, DLF always provided better infrastructure facility than was available to anybody. That's what DLF is about. But not good enough. We could do better. So DLF is trying to do better.
So, do you think there is lack of good planning when it comes to urban infrastructure in India?
Oh yes, horrible lack of planning. The whole problem is because of that. Urban infrastructure needs planning on 100 years ahead basis, not 20 years. Delhi master plan like 20 years. No, you have to think 100 years ahead. And that is this, that India is a democracy with a very high grade entrepreneurs and workmen. And with a good political system also. You see, India, we may have political, ideological differences, but fact of the matter is the country is growing. And
There's this demographic dividend which can be made use of. So much of young population is there, booming startup industry. We can.
so therefore, what it is, India has got the finest entrepreneurs, productive, proactive. I see outside. And of course, the average age today Indian young, 29, 30 years. Where in the world you have a population like this? So India has got inherent thing to grow here and also outside.
How can we do better urban planning? What are the things that needs to be kept in mind?
See, the, the acid test of urban planning is, you see today, if there was a smart planning done earlier, they would have conceived India, or let's say Delhi area we are talking today, how it is going to grow, what kind of transportation, what kind of road. See Luton report plan, see Chandigarh, see Jaipur. Those visionary developers, they planned 100 years ahead. The issue here has been that the entire planning process is hijacked to a public authority.
So now, as per report, the time taken to travel from, say, Delhi to Gurgaon is more than, say, what it takes to travel from Delhi to Mumbai by flight
Yes.
because of the extreme traffic.
So
Night.
it is because of wrong planning. If somebody had forecasted this, that you need not 6 high lane, you need 20 lane high lane. Mean think big, create surpluses. Has to be the motto of urban infrastructure. Not think small, myopic. Think small means it will be because of democracy, because of the India's entrepreneurs, it will be always be under strain. So in urban infrastructure, you have to think big.
And my answer, you're also a real estate titan. So I would also want to know your perspective on this RERA Act, which is the Real Estate Regulatory Act. How effective do you think it is? Because recently the Supreme Court said that RERA is the new rehabilitation center for former retired bureaucrats, and they are just, not using the RERA Act as effectively as one should. What do you think?
Well, firstly, I have not read this part of judgment of Supreme Court, and if it is there, I don't believe it's correct. I tell you why. RERA is a very good law, and to the best of my knowledge, is being headed by good professionals. The acid test is that how many builders you find they've been behind bars or on bail or bankrupt after RERA came in. Simple. So RERA has brought discipline into it. I do not believe the implementation of RERA is defective, no. But it is change. Every change every gain you make through change is painful. So for the existing type of builders, it has been painful process, not DLF. DLF stood. 1983, for example, rera was a law which was initially given by us in 82 because I wanted to clean, because I got USAID to get me.
There has been poor implementation, don't you think so?
No, no, I don't believe so. There was a delay in enactment, but 2016, his implementation, I can't believe. Today, I will be surprised to see if today some developers are existing in violation of rera. Mind you, my knowledge may be limited, but at least I don't know. I think it's very effective. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for speaking to NDTV, sir. I'm currently joined by the co-author of the book, Why the Heck Not, Ma'am Aparna Jain. And ma'am, my first question is, of course, you've co-written this book with the man himself, Mr. KP Singh, and your foreword talks about important mentorship. So how important do you think mentorship is when it comes to entrepreneurship, especially in real estate business?
I won't be able to tell you about the real estate business, but I will tell you this, that mentorship I think is critical to most people's success. If you look at Mr. KP Singh's story itself, he had 4 very strong mentors in his life. He had somebody from the army, General Badalia. He had his own father-in-law, Chaudhry Raghavendra Singh. Then he had, as he mentioned, H.D. Shori. All right, and he had a very interesting mentor called Mr. George Hoddy, who actually helped him with his first entrepreneurial venture. So I would say that no matter what your gender, and I've been doing leadership for years, mentorship is critical to success. So I would say no matter who you are, which stage of your journey you are in, mentorship is critical.
And how was Mr. Singh as a mentor to you?
Oh, he was great. I mean, in this 1 year that I wrote the book, I learned so much, and I think I've changed as a person, and I think that's important, right? When you can actually see the changes in yourself, you know that's actually affecting your life, and you can say, hey, I'm responding differently, so that's great.
Did the why the heck not mindset rub off on you as well?
I think my mindset has always been why the heck not.
Could you just share some anecdotes where we've clearly seen, Sir's philosophy of why the heck not mindset, Any experiences, any anecdotes?
Yes, I'll tell you, yeah. I think in everything he did, why was this title chosen? Because no matter when and what happened, when an opportunity came his way, he would not say, I don't know enough about it. He would go do the research, and if it made sense for the country, and if he felt he could make a difference to the country, his attitude was, why the heck not? Let me do it. And remember, this is a time before Google, before AI, he had to do all the research by himself, right? And he still went ahead. He got GE into India. All the businesses into India came because of his, interaction with Jack Welch. The HPGA pipeline, all right, to get the best deal for the, the turbines in India. He was the one who did that. What does that have to do with real estate? And imagine this, a person from the army, all right? Then he got into business, ran a stud farm, okay? Ran a electrical, they manufactured batteries, they manufactured pumps, they manufactured all sorts of things. And then got into real estate completely because his wife and his sister-in-law asked him to take over the brand, right? Without knowing anything, but the research he did. And his mindset was like, why the heck not? Let me do it. I think I can do it. That's why.
So what's next for him? What do you think?
For him, a big birthday party.
Thank you so much for speaking to NDTV.